Hello and welcome to a Breacher's Alpha Test Scrim. In the rush to get set up, I was not quite ready for the top of this round. We were dealing with some, let's just jump in with an enforcer. We've got, I've got the UI glitch again. Damn it, this happened to me on my earlier Scrim. We don't have any UI, so I will be restarting my game after this round. Just we'll do a quick introduction. Oh wait, there it is. There's the UI. I'm not sure what happened there, but we had some kills. We're down Footlong, Feathereth, and Cucks on Rebel. Footlong for Grimtide. It is a second floor. Why don't I have? There's an outline. Second floor bomb site here in the first round on Factory. Got Swervo making their way down the orange stair. Looks like Kirby Dog and Beastark are up above in support. Kirby Dog is down. Over half of their health has been lost, making their way down orange stair. Beastark is also taking a lot of damage. Got 4 Revolters still. Spartan, Florida across in Bravo site. Retro in the server room. Voyager here right next to the Alpha Bomb, and Reaper somewhere. I'm afraid if I leave this area, I'm gonna miss the action. Retro goes down to Voyager. Nice shot, Voyager. Bring us to a 4v2. Reaper gonna get Beastark. Where is Reaper? Where is Reaper? Reaper is 4. Let's go. That's 9. Reaper is... Wait, that's Spartan. No, that's Reaper. Reaper was out in the locker room. Spartan, Florida got the final kill. And I do not need to reset because the UI is working. Let's jump out into free camera. It's going to be a first floor bomb site when we jump back in. That was 1 point to Grimtide on the first map. Make sure I did that right. Nope, I did that wrong. Let me get that point in the right column. Okay. So let's jump over to that scoreboard real quick. Just to give me a second to reset here for round 2. Like I said, it's going to be a first floor bomb site. I did not see where the spawn was, but I think it was either the south or the west. Got several enforcers up here on the south balcony. Let's jump over, see how they're going to play it. Feathereth. There was one enforcer on the west down by the garage doors interest. Feathereth coming over to the generator. Swervo and Beastark and Cucks all coming in on this blue stair. 2 of them on the vending window. Cucks coming into the stairwell itself and making the first push. Putting a couple team fire shots onto Beastark, taking a little bite. Beastark gonna go ahead and heal up right away. We have a heavy defense in the garage. Interesting. Heavy defense in the garage. Let's see floor 1. Blowing the hatch over here outside Alpha site. That's Kirby Dog. We've got all of our enforcers upstairs looking to make well, I shouldn't say looking to make an entry from above, but they're all up there. I don't know if they are distracting, setting. There's still 2 minutes left, so they could be doing just about anything. Voyager has made their way back to A site as Cucks and Kirby Dog go down into the lobby. Footlong on the lobby connector there. Gonna go down to Cucks. Good flick from Cucks there. They're gonna breach into A site, Alpha site. Voyager gonna get Cucks in there in the little orange hallway there. Voyager up on the saw, I think is what people are calling that tool. Kirby Dog gonna get the refrag on Voyager. Coming around, gonna get this breach, other breach into Alpha site as Swervo and Beastark, I think, dropped in from above. Beastark gets the plant there in Alpha site. Retro Gonna drop down off the pallets. Hearing shots outside of the room. Maybe that's Feathereth? Feathereth is gonna take out Reaper in the back of the garage over there. As Retro gets Swervo in the face on the swing. Good save, Swervo. Sorry, good save, Retro. Didn't work out so well for Swervo. It is now a 3v2 in the Enforcer's favor. I'm having trouble picking where to be. Retro... Spartan Florida gets Feathereth. Interesting. Oh, that Spartan Florida got Feathereth out the garage. Beastark got Retro here in Alpha Site. It's 2-1. The Spartan, did they forget the EMP is planted? They really need to push in and get this defuse. But Beastark's gonna get the pick before they have the chance, giving the win to Rebel. Put that in the wrong spot again. It's like I don't even know how my scoreboard works. Alright, 1-2-1 here on our first map, Factory. When we come back in, will be a third floor biphase, reading the screen. Third floor bomb site. Looks like we're going to have a strong presence from Rebel here on the south balcony on the third floor. Jumping back in as the biphase comes to a close, we've got Cucks up on the window hatch. Swervo, Beastark, and Feathereth looking to punch in that blue stair window. They pop both windows at the same time. Looks like, who is that up there? Maybe Kirby Dog up on the roof? Wrong button. Reaper gonna get Beastark. Feathereth gonna get the quick refrag on Reaper down those stairs. I keep hitting tab instead of control. Down there in the museum hallway, it is a 4-4. A lot of crouch buttons, little dance going on. Call that the recon dance. Voyager on Alpha site, Spartan Florida and Retro on Bravo site. Looks like Footlong out in the locker room. Retro's right there on that divider as they are going to breach the Alpha wall. Voyager probably to be the first to run into contact. He will go down to Cucks. Nice headshot. Feathereth gets Spartan Florida coming out of the coming from Alpha site. Retro still in the connector. Plant going in by the Alpha site door. Cucks up on the little hutch there, looking over the hutch wall. Retro takes out Swervo. Footlong gonna get Kirby Dog down in the blue hallway. Cucks putting shots onto Retro. Retro taking a good bit of damage, but still has some life left. I think there might have been some pre-fire from Footlong through that breach wall. Might have been Cuck's gonna get Retro, and Feathereth gonna get Footlong. Feathereth, where are you? Feathereth was over here, watching that door blocker. Good defense from the offense. As this game is just full of confusing things to say. Good defense from the offense. Yes, the Rebel, once they put that plant in, they did do a good job of defending the plant, making sure that Grimtide wasn't able to defuse the defuse. We're moving down to a first floor bomb site when we come back in. See if I can find the spawn. I've got a lot of guys, a lot of Rebel here on the north wall, so it must have been a a west or an east spawn. Let's get you swapped back over. First floor bomb site, we got a heavy presence here on the north wall. All five looking like they're pushing over, engaging these windows into the stockroom and the orange hallway. Looks like Feathereth and Kirby Dog. Oh, and they're all departing. Swervo gonna go up towards that mezzanine lobby window. they will not find any revolters on the second floor. Feathereth pops into the lobby door and does make their entrance heading towards the orange hallway. Getting a ping out on Alpha Site. I think that was probably for the door blocker. Spartan, Florida up. We saw Kirby Dog using that spot, and Kirby Dog does get the pick on Spartan, Florida. I was going to say we saw Kirby Dog using that spot the other night. Kirby Dog died from above. They are able to get the pick on Spartan, Florida from the orange hallway as the breach does come in on the Alpha Site wall, and Footlong gonna get the kill on Swervo. That... where was that? That was over in the orange warehouse. Voyager gonna take out Cucks as Feathereth does get the reflag. Retro, Beastark getting Footlong, Retro getting Beastark. That was over on Bravo Site. The previous trade was over on Alpha Site. It is a 2-2. Retro and Reaper for the Revolters, Kirby and Feathereth for the Enforcers. Kirby and Feathereth both have full health. Retro is very low, comparatively. Feathereth gonna get Reaper. Retro rotating around through the connector, coming back in from Bravo side. Kirby Dog's gonna be in a good position to take them out. Their cloak did wear out. That's too bad since they're sitting still. I lost track of... oh, Retro is going to get Kirby Dog. But Feathereth is going to get the refrag onto Retro. Good pick from Retro coming out of that Alpha Site doorway. I did think that... I think that was Kirby Dog was going to get that kill. So that is a 3rd point on the board for Rebel here in the first half. Putting a lot of pressure early onto Grimtide. Grimtide did win the pistol round though. That's always a tough challenge. We come back in. It looks like we will have a 3rd floor bomb site and a south spawn. Even if it wasn't a south spawn, they're pushing heavy up to that south balcony, so that's where the first spot I picked them up anyway. Let's get you jump back in with the biphase winding down. We've got Kirby Dog just peeking up over the roof here. Feathereth and Swervo up on the window hatch, peeking into the vending window. Beastark popping into the... ooh, let's catch up with Beastark. They're popping into that blue stair. Might have to contend with Reaper soon. Did Reaper hear them come in? Will Reaper make this rotation? Beastark has already lost some health. I'm not sure where that happened. Feathereth gonna take out the proxy sensor upstairs. Alright, I'm gonna leave Reaper alone. It doesn't look like they're gonna make the rotation based on the sound in the blue stair. I don't know if they didn't hear it or if that's just not their purpose in this defense, as Beastark does get a health. Still got a 5v5. This is a much more cautious round than I may have ever seen in Breachers. We're hitting the 1 minute mark, and Beastark gonna get a pick on Retro. That was the first shots I'd seen on another player. Footlong goes down to Beastark. Cucks gets Reaper. I'm not sure where either of those players were. Cucks and Beastark are out here, so the, looks like one of them was in blue hallway. Voyager taking out Cucks in the cubby. Gonna get refragged by Swervo, but Spartan Florida gonna get Beastark. I thought Spartan Florida was going to get that refrag on Swervo. Feathereth does get the last kill on Spartan Florida here, over here at the connecting doorway, and he's going to put that plant in for a few extra points. Taking Rebel to a 4-1 lead. It'll be a second floor bomb site as we come back in. We've got a heavy presence on the west wall from the rebel enforcers. Got a bunch of shots going up in that bathroom hallway window. Cux, Beast, and Swervo all watching from out of line a little bit. Not sure how you want to call that. From in protection. How about that? Beast Arc and Cux over on the west wall. Swervo still watching that window. Kirby Dog and Featherith watching the bathroom window. Beast Arc gonna be the first to make entry through the bathroom there. And I keep hitting tab. Okay, let's get over here. Featherith and Beast Arc making their way into the war room. Beast Arc gonna challenge Alpha Site door, maybe? Not gonna find anyone as no one's hanging out. Beast Arc does take a tripwire and then goes down to... No, they shoot Voyager. Footlong rotating in, throws a grenade. Oh, and the grenade's not gonna connect. I thought Swervo might get hit by that grenade as they were doing the plant. Footlong did not survive that attempt to throw the grenade. Got some shots coming out over here on Bravo site as the enforcers were able to get that plant in. Retro and Reaper making their way in. Retro dumping in a lot of shots through the breach wall. Oh, bad news for Retro as Beastark's frag will connect with them there in the server room. It's now a 5-1, and Spartan Florida is running out of time. Once again, Grimtide does not seem concerned with the timer on the defuse. Doesn't matter, as Spartan Florida does get a pick onto Beast Arc, but I think that was Cux who got the final kill. Perhaps the most important piece of information there, though, was that Featherith was hitting the gritty. That's going to give us a 5-1 lead in Rebels' favor going into... Oh, it's the side swap. We had the side swap. I totally lost track. That was the last round of the first half. We are now going to be coming in to the first round of the second half. It'll be a first floor bomb site. And looks like a west spawn for our enforcers. Bringing you back in, we've got Voyager over here on the orange stair window. We've got Spartan Florida and Retro on the north wall. We've got the remaining Grimtide out in the south, one up on the balcony. Kirby Dog and Reaper engaging. I think that was them up on the balcony. Looks like Kirby Dog got a kill on Reaper. Swervo gonna get Footlong out there in the south. Reaper was in the garage, Footlong was on the balcony. So we do have a breach into the Alpha site here from the orange hallway. I lost who did that. It wasn't Voyager, it was the one who went around to the east. 5v4 in Rebels' favor. Cux pushing out aggressively. Putting some shots into Spartan Florida, it looks like. We've got Retro. Retro was the one who breached the Alpha site wall. Retro's back outside. Featherith going hunting. Cux gonna get Voyager outside the orange warehouse. Featherith gonna get Retro popping outside the lobby door, leaving just Spartan Florida here. Let's jump in with Spartan. They are number one. Spartan Florida is the last one up here for Grimtide. This is their first Enforcer round, and it is also a pistol round. I've said a few times, pistol round does tend to have a little bit of an advantage to the Revolters, so I am not surprised Grimtide took that in the first half, and nor am I surprised that Rebel is in a strong position here in the second half pistol round. Got Spartan Florida rotating around to the west balcony, the bathroom balcony, gonna pop in through that bathroom hallway window and take a peek at War Room. They will not find any revolters up here as they're all staying tighter to OBJ down on the first floor. Spartan still has plenty of time. We're just passing the 1 minute remaining mark. Getting some pings from his teammate where a player was earlier. That person has rotated back closer in. I think that was Kirby Dog up there who got a pick onto Reaper early in the round. Beastark gonna pop out a Bravo side and get the pick onto Spartan Florida there, giving the 6th point to Rebel. Looks like we're going to have a 3rd floor bomb site and a west spawn when we come back in. Jumping back in as the biphase widens down. Got Spartan Florida over there on the north balcony, 3rd floor balcony. Reaper and Footlong peeking at the 3rd floor hatch, the roof hatch retro outside the blue window here on the north balcony. And it looks like Voyager making an entrance on the lobby mezzanine. One thing I've noticed a little bit about Grimtide, and I haven't seen a lot of Grimtide, so I don't want to say too much about them, but they do seem more willing to spread their players out, at least early in the round. I have been noticing as a trend, you see a lot of 2-3 splits or 5-man pushes. We don't see a lot of 1-2-2s or 1-1-1-2s, I guess would be the other option I've seen a little bit. But as Footlong does get picks onto Beast Arc here through the hatch, Spartan Florida gonna get Swervo. Spartan Florida's back here, so Swervo must have been close. That's probably Swervo right there. It's either Swervo or Beast Tag. Anyways, Grimtide's doing good stuff. Keep it up, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Pucks putting shots through the breach wall. Not going to get a kill. It is 3v5 in Grimtide's favor. Footlong gonna put shots onto Kirby Dog. Kirby Dog did get a kill. Footlong also gonna get Feathereth. Cuck's the only remaining... Cuck's gonna get shots on Footlong, rotate through the connector back to Bravo. What is Cuck's is number 7. Let's ride along with Cuck, see how they hold the end of the round. And Cucks will go down to Retro. That's a tall order with 3 enforcers remaining. And Cucks was low on health. Giving us 2 points for Grimtide. It's now a 6-2 overall. Still map point for Rebel. It's a must-win for Grimtide. They got to keep winning. They basically got to win out. They've got to win out to get the draw. But if they lose any rounds from here on out, then Rebel will win the map. Got a 2nd floor bomb site when we come back with a south spawn. Phase is winding down. Let's get back into it. We got Footlong up on the stairs, Retro going up the south wall, Reaper thinking about entering the garage from the south. Spartan, Florida, and Voyager both pushing around the west side towards the bathroom balcony. We are going to get Footlong and Retro up on the 3rd floor balcony in the south. Retro is heading back down to the 1st floor. They're going to elect to go rotate somewhere else. Reaper, I think, has entered into this garage office, trying to stop calling this the garage conference room because I have started to call the flip table room conference room. This looks like a break room, actually. Let's call this break room. So, Reaper's hanging out in break room, not going to encounter anyone. We do not have any garage defense coming out from Grimtide. Excuse me, from Rebel. B-Stark going to take the shots onto Reaper coming out of the break room. Voyager receiving some damage over here by Alpha Site. Cuck's going to get shots onto Retro in the bathroom hallway. Cuck's taking a lot of damage. Voyager did get a heal. Good escape from Voyager. I kind of thought B-Stark had you there. That was a good dropout. And they did not get hung up on the grapple. They did the quick fall, so they were able to get out of sight get out of sight in time. All around, just well played. Spartan, Florida, creeping through Orange Warehouse. It's a 5v3 in Rebel's favor. I think I might have missed a kill in there. I know I saw one of them. Retro and Reaper have gone down. Got a lot of damage done to the Revolters. We've got Kirby Dog, B-Stark. I think Cucks had taken damage earlier, but they appear to have used a health. Voyager and Footlong making their way in through the garage. Voyager gonna go down to B-Stark. Spartan, Florida making their way up the orange staircase. Not a lot of presence on the Alpha site at this time. They had all rotated around to be ready for those two pushing in through the garage, but they do get back quickly. Cuck's going to take down Spartan, Florida and lose a lot of health in the process. We have just Voyager here remaining for Grimtide, and they're going to be taking shots from Swervo in the garage. That will give 7 points on the board to Rebel and a map win here on Factory. Go ahead and get that point on the board.
GG's.
I'm happy.
GG,
I went
guys.
to Alright, we're gonna do some switching.
Get rid of
Talk to
those
us,
voices. Forgot I brought those up while we were in the lobby. And let's get you over here real quick. Let's get you over here to see the final tallies. So we've got a pretty even spread. B-Stark putting in getting a lot of kills, but aside from that, pretty even for both teams. Nobody really running out. Nobody else really running out and carrying. Going. Nice done to Featherith. Six assists. That seems pretty huge. Although Footlong over there with 5 on their side. I'll be honest, I don't look at the scoreboard too much, the actual points on the scoreboard too much. I don't have a lot of time to register those things. But so I don't really know what conclusions to draw from this, other than it seems like, again, outside from those 1 or 2 players, it was a pretty even match. Let's jump over to the other scored. I've got the wrong score up there. That's supposed to be a 2. In fact, I'll go ahead and fix that real quick. Obviously, you can't win 12 to, what would that be, 12 to anything. Let's go ahead and make that a 2. That's how you spell 7 in numbers. So, I do believe we will be going in for a second map. Let me double check that. Still have all of Grimtide, and it looks like Rebel is doing some player swaps. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy the scoreboard and the music for a moment and look at some stuff in the real world while these players get set back up and get ready to go for our second map. Alright, they are loading back in, and I can now reveal that our second map this evening will be Factory. I know that's a shocker. I was kind of expecting them to pick something else, but these guys just love Factory. Here we are once again. We're gonna have Rebel on the Enforcers and Rebel on the Revolters and Grimtide on the Enforcers will be starting with, it looks like, a second floor bomb site. And I didn't see the spawn, but we're gonna have a lot of Enforcers from Grimtide here out on the north wall. And some others somewhere else. We'll find out. It'll be an exciting little surprise. Let's hop back over. The buy phase is winding down. We've got Footlong, Retro, and Spartan all up here on the north balcony. I've got Reaper, I think over there on the mezzanine window. Yep, Bobby Mezzanine, Reaper went in. I think they did that kick animation. I love that kick animation. It's so fun. Retro and Footlong thinking about coming down Orange Stair, but a little worried about a flanker coming out of the locker room as B-Star gonna get picks onto Retro. Retro was the one I believe came in through the lobby here. Yep. Swervo gonna get Coxiner. I don't recognize that name. Coxiner does not have the label. Swervo also gonna get Retro. Footlong gonna get the refrag on Swervo. Where are these people? Why am I not seeing? Nap Dog putting shots. Cuck's gonna get Spartan Florida coming up the Orange Stair. It is now a 4v1 with just Footlong alive. Let's ride along with Footlong. They're too close to the wall for the third person camera, so we'll do the first person. And Footlong will go down to B-Stark here in the orange hallway up on the third floor. Is that where we are? Yes, up on the third floor. So that's 1.4 Rebel here on the second map. And that was a pistol round. I don't know if I said that. Probably didn't need me reminding you of that, but that's what it was. It'll be a third floor bomb site when we come back in, and it looks like an east spawn for our Enforcers. Let's jump back over as the buy phase comes to an end. I've got Reaper in Spartan, Florida here on the west side. Swervo right inside on this blue staircase. This could get spicy fast. I did hear some other shots. I think those were... Oh, Reaper! I was not ready for that, nor was excuse me, Swervo. That was Swervo right there. As Coxiner goes down to Swervo's... Nat Dog goes down to Spartan, Florida. It was Coxiner goes down to Swervo's tripwire here by the Alpha hatch. B-Stark gonna get a pick onto Spartan, Florida and get away. They will end up going down to Reaper They needed a health before they re-engaged. As Retro does get cucks in another spot. Retro's over there in the blue hallway. It is now 3v1 in Grimtide's favor. I'm getting too excited and forgetting to enunciate. Ryston, our last revolter here on the Bravo site. Ryston, it's number 10. Let's ride along with Ryston. As we have Footlong pushing in to the Alpha site, jumping up on that hutch wall. Reaper rotating through, not gonna get picked. Footlong gonna put shots out. A lot of shots going back and forth. EMP gets planted, not much damage being done. Ryston gonna rotate downstairs through the kitchen. Gonna be coming back up the blue staircase. Still has 40 seconds to get that defuse in. Picking up an extra gun. With 3 up, that might be wise still. Got 25 seconds left to get this defuse. This is starting to get pretty difficult because there's still 3 to kill. 15 seconds left. Throws a frag for a diffraction. Gets Reaper. Good rotate there, Ryston. Picking up Reaper, but Ryston will go down to Footlong coming back into the archive room here. I am not sure they would have been able to get Footlong, Retro, and the defuse. That one was really tight on time. So, that gives us a 1-1 tie here on the second map. Good assault to Grimtide. Getting an enforcer point. Let's see what we got when we come back in. Looks like it's going to be a first floor bomb. No, second floor bomb. Second floor bomb. Looks like an east spawn. Gonna have a heavy presence from Grimtide on the north wall. If they ever redid this map, I would want one more useful entrance on the east wall. It seems like the east wall doesn't do much except for blue stair and a lobby. But let's see what these guys are doing from the north wall. Spartan, Florida, and Footlong going around to orange stair. Coxener coming into the copy room as Retro and Reaper gonna push towards conference room. They are not going to encounter immediate resistance. Ryston gonna get Coxener here in the copy room coming through that window. Retro takes out the proxy in conference room. Ryston pops out of the... Ooh. Reaper gets Swervo. Cux gets Reaper. Retro got Ryston, I think that was. It's a 3v3. Retro was lucky that they did not go down through the table. Whoever, I think that was Cux, was shooting through the table and putting some damage into them. NatDog rotating around through the lobby mezzanine as Spartan, Florida is upstairs in the blue stairwell thinking about coming into the lobby. Got Footlong over upstairs in the orange stairwell, and Cux and Retro gonna face off, but NatDog gonna get the pick. I forgot NatDog was out there. Leaving just the upstairs contingent, and neither of them are upstairs anymore. Footlong is 5. Let's jump in with Footlong. They are making their way down orange stair. As Spartan, Florida? Is that Spartan, Florida is across the way. It looks like they have they're making their way down the blue stair towards Museum Hallway. Beastark not gonna get hit by Footlong. They'll trade back a little bit. Spartan, Florida gonna get NatDog over there by the blue stair. I'm not sure how it happened. Footlong picks up Beastark. It's a 2v1. Just the Cux left. Let's see what Cux sees. Tide is reconnecting over here in the orange staircase. Cuck's gonna take down Footlong through the breach wall. But it looks like they were going for a health or a gun, maybe a utility, and they do go down to Spartan, Florida there in the kitchen. Let's get that up. Putting Grimtide out in front 2-1 here on the second map. That's not the right one. That's the right one. That's where the 2 goes. Get that swapped over. 2 points for Grimtide, 1 point for Rebel on the second map, Factory. Still got a pretty even kill count across both teams. Like that. I like it when teams are working well as a unit and spreading the work. As they say, teamwork makes the dream work. We will have a first floor bomb site, and I think it was an east spawn again. It might have been a west spawn. It definitely wasn't a south spawn. They're all here on the north wall. In fact, I'll show you. Looks like we do have one up on the wall. Everyone else is just up. That's everyone else on the ground floor. Hinky also does not have the clan tag. I'm not sure if that is a real Grimtide or not. Got Reaper looking at Bravo site, which is blocked with a door blocker. A lot of action going on here on Alpha site. Hinky taking a little damage through the breach wall. Maybe I'm hearing a drone. I'm not sure. I don't see one. There it is. There is a drone. Drone goes down. Who took that drone down? I guess that came out of Alpha site. Got a proxy up on the wall. I've been seeing that more up there by the power lines or the network lines. Got a hatch breach coming out on the Alpha hatch. Another breach coming out on the Bravo hatch. I like that coordination. I like how close those came and timing. Footlong gonna get picked onto Beast Arc over in the Alpha site. Footlong is down very low. They need to find a health. Cucks takes a lot of damage from that frag, but they do get the pick onto Retro as Spartan, Florida gets the kill onto Ryston at Bravo side. Reaper going down to Nat Dog. Nat Dog also gonna get Spartan, Florida as Cucks gets Hinky. And it is... it was a 4-4, I think. It's now a 3-1. With just Footlong very low on health out there. Swervo almost gets the shots. Almost takes the shots. Nat Dog gonna get the kill. Might have been Cucks taking those shots. Either way, Nat Dog was the one that got the kill. Tying us back up at 2-2. This is also something I've been seeing a fair bit. It is not uncommon for one team to have a little bit of a runaway on map 1. And then when we see map 2, it becomes a little bit more of a slugfest, teams taking each other point for point. And if I'm honest, I like map 2. I like seeing the slugfest. I like seeing these guys having to work for it. And most importantly, I like seeing them show me all the good spots because they are way better and they do way cooler stuff. We'll be coming back into a second floor bomb site. We've got a good presence up here on the south balcony, although a couple of the guys up there are watching that bathroom balcony. Let's take a peek at it. Bathroom balcony, west balcony. I can't decide which one I like. That bathroom hallway window is going to get popped early. I think that was Hinky. Hinky and Footlong and Reaper all watching out over here as the drone comes in. We've got Spartan, Florida and Retro. Reaper gonna encounter Swervo and get the pick. Drone goes down. Door blocker gonna keep him out of the Alpha site. So here's a question for you guys. What do you think about this static field? On the one hand, I like it because the actual emitter itself is in a tough spot as Beastark gets Hinky over here in the bathroom. The emitter is in a tough spot. It's going to be hard for an enforcer to shoot the top of that just right. Footlong goes down to Nat Dog, but it was... Beastark gets Reaper. I think it was someone in the... Might have been Beastark put some shots into that kill Nat Dog had as well. 4-2. Got a heavy presence here on the bathroom. No, what I'm trying to get to, but there's too much action, I can't actually say it, is there's enough of a pathway to get past that static field emitter. And one of my questions, one of the balances I have trouble with as I connect with our remaining enforcers, one of the balances I have trouble finding is putting the emitter in a position where it blocks enough of the path that they can't just walk around it, but where that spot right on top of it isn't too easy to find. Anyways, if you were able to follow all of that chat through all of the gameplay, Retro taking out Nat Dog, then let me know in the comments what you think. Retro taking out Nat Dog, Beastark getting the refrag on Retro here in Museum. It's 3v1 with just Spartan Florida. Let's see what Spartan sees. Spartan's going to go down to Cucks here on the lobby mezzanine, giving Rebel a lead as we go into the final round of the first half on map 2 Factory. It's a 3-2. That's why that's wrong. I'm on the wrong text field. That's the one I want to update. 3-2 for Rebel here on Factory. Our final round will be a third floor bomb site. Can expect to see all of the goodies. So we will be switching sides on the next round and getting another pistol round. Looks like we've got Grimtide making their way up the west wall towards the south balcony and the west balcony. Let's jump back in with them. Spartan Florida hopping up on that window hatch, peeking at generator window. Reaper looks like they are going to engage at a little more directory. Spartan pops the vending window, taking a lot of damage, putting a lot of damage into... I can't tell who that is, but they did take a heal. Looks like Spartan took a heal too. Some shots coming out of generator window. That player also took a heal. A lot of shots early, no kills in the first 30 seconds. As I say, that Beast Arc does get Hinky right before the 30-second mark. Ryston getting Reaper. I think that was out of the generator window. Retro and Nat Dog trading some shots. Footlong picking up Swervo. Beastark putting some shots out this vending window. Beastark gonna pick up Footlong on that window hutch. Giving us a 4v2 with Retro and Spartan. Spartan gets Beastark through the blue stair window. It's 4v2 with Retro and Spartan out here on the south balcony. Nat Dog, way low on health, goes down to Retro through the generator window. 2v2. Cucks and Ryston making their way over here to the blue stair vending area. Looks like Spartan gonna get a health and put shots into Cucks. Cucks put a couple back before rotating into the Alpha site. Is that Retro? No, Retro. Ryston. Ryston on the other team rotating back around to Bravo site. Are they going to peek out generator window as well? I think 2 of their teammates have died through that window. Spartan pushing in. Will encounter Cucks at the vending machines. And Cucks gets the kill, but Retro there for the refrag. Well, great positioning, guys. Great positioning to be there to provide the support. It's now a 1v1. Let's jump in with Retro. They're the last remaining enforcer. Got got a proxy. Was that in the box there? I think that might have been in the box somehow. I could see the warning from the proxy, but I couldn't actually see the sensor itself. So that was a clever spot. Retro is going to find a health, which is good because they are just a little bit low. But I guess that health wasn't charged because they do not take it. Planting over here on in the A-site hutch, A-site cubby. Ryston gonna get that kill right as the plant. I don't know if the plant. Yeah, the plant didn't go out, or else it wouldn't be switching sides. It's going to bring us to a 4v4-2 at the end of the first half. That is the score. Needs to turn to a 4. Get that up on the board for Rebel. 4-2 in the first half. We're going to have a side swap now. When we come back in, it will be the pistol round. We'll have Grim Tide defending a second floor bomb site for their revolter round. Excuse me, to begin the revolter side, we're gonna get a south spawn for Rebel. They're gonna begin their enforcer side by pushing predominantly up to the south balcony. Not entirely, it's a little spread out. We've got Footlong in the break room. This is gonna be, we've got Reaper. Good. Nat Dog. I think Nat Dog might have heard something before the round started because they seemed ready for, is that Reaper? They seemed ready for Reaper there just inside the bridge door. Cucks and Beastark. Whoa, way too fast. Sorry. Cucks pushing into the museum. Beastark pushing through lobby mezzanine. Looks like they're gonna reconnect here in conference room. Hinky in server room. Gonna be Footlong does pick up Swervo. Footlong was Hinky gets Cucks from Alpha Site into the server room as Retro yeah, I'm sorry there my computer lagged out a little bit there. I had a couple other things happen in the real world, and I kind of lost track of what happened to this Rebel attack. Looks like we had a couple kills on the Bravo site. We have Ryston all alone here in War Room, and they will go down to Footlong. Sorry I got a little distracted there by real life stuff. Unfortunately, I can't block it all out. But let's get that point on the board. That was a point for Grim Tide, bringing us to a 4-3 here in the second half. 4-3 in the second half on Factory. That wants to be a 1. Get that scoreboard up. Make sure that looks right. Yep, okay. So, let's see where we are going when we come back in. It's going to be a 3rd floor bomb site for the 8th round. And as you might have expected, we are going to have several enforcers. In fact, all 5 enforcers up here on the south balcony. Let's jump back over and see how they're going to do, what they're going to do with it. Got Cucks looking in at the blue stair window. Got Nat Dog over at generator window. Beastark gonna pop the vending window. Ryston gonna come in vending and immediately run back down blue stair. Checking, we have seen someone a couple times right down here at the base of blue stair. Looking to get that flank once they hear the footsteps hop in. Nat Dog over at generator window, not running into any resistance. Ryston gonna pick up Reaper down on the 2nd floor. I can't see Reaper's body from here. Cucks putting shots in on the Alpha site. Retro taking shots at Beastark, getting a lot of damage, but not the kill. Beastark putting shots back. Retro popping up. Prairie Dogging over there behind those blue boxes. Nat Dog gonna get Hinky over by the generator window. Swervo gets retro, Spartan gets the refrag, Cucks get the refrag on Spartan. This is one of those rounds where if you shoot, you die. You might get a kill, but someone's gonna refrag. Oh, and the breach goes out onto Natdog. Lucky that didn't do more damage. Footlong gonna pick up Beastark. Where is Footlong? Where is Footlong? Footlong... Oh, I think Footlong came up Blue Stair behind him, maybe. Footlong using a Cyclone. Gonna pick up Ryston and Natdog. Sorry for being doubting your Cyclone, but Cucks will get the final kill. Taking us to a 5-3 for Rebel. That was a good one for Rebel. They had 3 or 4 members up at the end of that round. Have a second floor bomb site when we come back in, and it looks like an east spawn for our enforcers. Phase is winding down. Let's see what's going on. We've got Swervo and Beastark down here outside the lobby with Cucks and Ryston up on the Blue Stair window. Natdog also down on the lobby. Let's see what's going on down here. There is no first floor presence for the Revolters. As Ryston makes their way into the museum, Cucks and Ryston came in from the Blue Stair window there on the 3rd floor. Reuniting with Beastark in conference room. Beastark came in from the 1st floor. I'm not sure if that was from the lobby stairs or the main entrance. Retro receiving a lot of damage through the breach wall there. Ryston gonna get Hinky. Beastark gonna get Retro. Footlong gonna get Ryston. Swervo gets the refrag onto Footlong. That's all over here in the museum. Reaper gonna get Swervo and Beastark. Natdog getting Spartan Florida. I do not know where Spartan Florida went down, but Natdog's over here. It's a 1v1. We've got a plant. The EMP is stuck to the wall over in Bravo Site Cubby. It hasn't been set yet, but Reaper does appear to know where it is. They are listening for that cubby. Natdog will be receiving this information from his teammate as well, as they can still speak to him while he's dead, for those who are unfamiliar. I don't know how good the call out on Reaper's position would have been, but it did seem like Natdog was moving intentionally there. Reaper does end up winning the gunfight though, bringing us to a 5v4, still in Rebel's favor, but it's getting closer. It's not a runaway yet, both teams can still win. There's a second point over here. So we're coming back in for the 10th round of the match. We've picked up a second spectator. That's exciting. I'm not sure who that is. I'd say there's probably a better than average chance that's Saximophonis. They were streaming their scrim earlier with Mug Maniacs. Mug Maniacs is who they were with earlier. So I know they've got the PC up and running. So if that is you, Sax, hello. And if that's not Sax, hello anyway. Let's jump back over. The buy phase is winding down. It's a 3rd floor bomb site. Got Swervo and Beastark outside the Blue Stair. Cucks up on the window hutch looking into the vending hallway. Reaper downstairs. That's Reaper downstairs in that position like I mentioned, I think, at the beginning of last round. This is a common spot. You wait until you hear that they pop in the blue stairs, and then as soon as they're comfortable, you pop in behind them. Got a breach coming in on Alpha Site, Swervo, Beast Arc, and I think that was Cucks there with them. We've got Ryston and Nat Dog pushing up Orange Stair. Footlong putting a lot of shots into Beast Arc. Ryston gonna take out Spartan Florida on the Orange Stair side. Footlong picks up Cucks with the frag. Always love a grenade kill. Hinky gets Nat Dog. Ryston gets Footlong. Reaper gets Swervo. It's a 3v2, 3v1. Reaper gets Beast Arc. Beast Arc's grenade does get Reaper. It's just Ryston left. Again, a very low Hinky and Retro still with full health. It's like Ryston has a breach foam on them. Yep, and they're gonna breach into A. Ryston does not have a heal. Retro and Hinky are both on A Alpha side now. It's like Hinky might be rotating back as Ryston's waiting for an aggressive push. Not going to receive it. He's going to have to push in on his own. Little curious, Hinky still has such low life. Does look like most of the dead bodies are out here, so they may not have been able to scavenge a heal. Ryston finds the EMP. They've still got a minute left and plenty of time. In fact, let's jump in with Ryston. Hinky rotating around to the blue hallway. Ryston is ready for it. They're going to hear those footsteps. If Retro pinches at just the right time, this could be bad news for Ryston. Oh, but Retro holds back, allowing Ryston to get the pick onto Hinky and a reload. Ryston begins putting in the EMP. He is going to get that plant off. And the headshot onto Retro. Excellent positioning there by Ryston. That was just a really strong endgame. You had patience to wait for the first pick, and then after getting that plant in, position the you had your gun in. They had their gun in good position so that they could get the shots onto Retro when Retro did come out of that room. That was just just good presetting, good placement, good gameplay from Ryston there, securing the 6 point here and bringing Revel to a map point. 6-4 here on map 2, going into round 11. It's now a map point for Rebel. At this point, Grimtag need to win out to avoid a loss. If they do win out, though, they can still get the draw. Let's jump in with our enforcers. We're going for, it looks like a first floor bomb site. We've got Nat Dog and Ryston up on Orange Stair. Footlong ready for him. Gonna get Ryston, but go down to Nat Dog on the refrag. Quickly, we're at a 4v4 already. Swervo right outside the Orange Stair here. They will hook up with Nat Dog. Beastark gonna pick up Reaper in the east. Got Cucks over there with Beastark above Spartan Florida. 4v3 in Rebel's favor. Here, more breach foam going out. That's going on the Alpha side hatch. Frag going in. I'm going up, not down. Frag's not going to connect with anybody. Putting shots on that static field. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to break it. Oh, there they do. They do get it. 4v3 Rebel favor. I think I said that. Nothing has changed. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. We've got Cucks, Nat Dog, and Swervo upstairs. Swervo gonna drop in the orange warehouse. Hinky over here on Bravo site, Retro on Alpha site. Spartan Florida gonna get picks up on Cucks on a flank out here. I think that was in the lobby, maybe? B-Stark does get the pick onto, Retro? Was that Retro? They drop into Alpha site with Nat Dog. Nat Dog putting in the EMP. Hinky gonna rotate around. Spartan Florida's out there still on their flank, causing trouble. Swervo gets Hinky on Bravo side. Swervo was pushing in through the orange warehouse. It is now a 3v1 with just Spartan... Excuse me, with just Spartan Florida left coming in, getting Swervo from behind in the orange warehouse. Swervo was on Bravo side. Putting shots into Alpha site, not going to find anyone as Nat Dog rotates. Beast Arc, though, coming through the connector, will get the final kill onto Spartan Florida, giving Rebel the second round map win. Let's get over here to that scoreboard. Let's get we'll show the final tallies, and then I will update my scoreboard. So there's the final tallies for the map. Well played to both teams. That second map was a lot closer, a lot more contentious, and just generally fun to watch, if I'm honest. So home 2, let's put an extra point up there. Alright, so let's get, and then here, real quick, before we swap over, I gave this little special treat in my earlier cast tonight. So you players, you may have seen this opening soon, but what you can do in the spectator, since I don't have walls, is I can fly down here. And I can show you that opening soon, we're going to have a bar. We're going to have a bar called The Border. It's got a band. It's got a band with lights. They just got backlights. Oh, yeah, they got front lights too. That's not realistic. There's no way that little lighting could light up a whole band. But there's still a bar. There's a bar in the game, guys. How cool is that? But we don't get that just yet. Looking in, it looks like this will be the end of the scrim. Just those 2 matches. So let's go ahead and get swapped over to the scoreboard. That's not the right button. There we go. So let me close that out real quick. Now you're all mine. Probably shouldn't clap right in front of the microphone just like that. Excuse me. Anyways, that finishes the scrim. That finishes the scrim. That was Rebel versus Grimtide. We had 2 maps. That was nice. We only got 1 map earlier tonight. That was kind of a bummer, but like I said, it was a miscommunication. So hopefully we will get to see those 2 teams back in again. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Rebel versus Grimtide. A very strong showing from Rebel, especially in the first map. But the Grimtide was able to adapt. They were able to adapt in the second map and put some more points on the board. For the first several rounds on the second map, they were trading back and forth, which was exciting for me to watch. Don't know how much fun it was for them. I imagine that was a little anxiety-inducing. But they're putting in some good rounds, and there are a couple really solid shooters over there on Grimtide, getting some picks. They were cutting deep into Rebel almost every round. There was 1 or 2 rounds when Rebel had 4 or 5 up, and I do believe there was 1 or 2 rounds when Grimtide did the same. But aside from that, there was not a lot of runaway action. Rebel did have to work from almost all of their points, so good job to Grimtide for that, giving anything away. So yeah, that was that. That was a good one. If you didn't see it, we had 7DS against Mug Maniacs. Go check that out on the Twitch and the YouTube. For all of you who don't know, I have a YouTube channel also called Bob the Gamer VR, where I upload the VODs since since Twitch expires after a few days, I won't be linking those as much because I don't want to spam the pub footage channel. But just know that if you see something on Twitch, it's almost certainly going to be up on YouTube later that night if you want to go back and watch it later. With all of that being said, I don't think there's any more analysis from this one. I don't think there's really anything more to say other than to say thank you to Rebel for giving us a great show. Thank you for Grim Tide for giving us a great show. Thank you to you, the viewers, for watching with me. My name's been Bob the Gamer. I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you next time. Y'all have a good night.